Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be making a nail design on a press on nail set. So I've got two gel polishes that I'll be using, both from Cloud Beauty, one of which is a gorgeous purple. It's kind of like a pastel-y purple, but kind of like a more vibrant, lively pastel purple, if that even makes any kind of sense. And of course my favourite nude gel polish, and as you can see there's almost like nothing in there. I had to leave it on the side just to be able to scrape up some last little pieces. And here is the base we'll be using for the press on nails, and as well Cloud Beauty is, so pretty much this whole set is almost all Cloud Beauty other than the top coat. The top coat that I'm using is from Vanillisa later on in the video. The top coat in today's video is going to be matte rather than glossy. And yeah, so as usual, I don't know if I've actually posted any press on nail sets recently, but when you do press on nails, you should normally buff the surface, and I usually like to do a wipe of nail cleaner on there just to help the gel polish kind of adhere to the nails a bit better, and that way you're avoiding any chipping and stuff like that in case you are doing it on a press on nail kind of design if you're recreating. And of course same thing will apply when you're doing it for a client too. You want to prep the nail before you go in with any gel polish or nail design to help it kind of stay as long as possible. So we've now cured the base coat and we are now going in with our colours. So when it comes to the purple, I decided to do the thumb and the index finger in purple. Then the pinky is going to be purple as well, and the middle and ring finger is going to be nude. So it's kind of a fairly simple nail design. I've done this nail design before, very similar, but instead I did it in a pink. So back when I was doing it, which I believe has been quite a few months ago, I really loved how it came out, and it's such a delicate, simple nail design, you could say, but it just feels so beautiful on your nails, and I fell in love with it when I made it back then. So I felt I was kind of like running out of ideas or inspirations of what to create, so I thought maybe I could look back on my previous videos to kind of get some inspiration back, maybe even incorporate two sets into one and create a new design or something. But instead I came across that pink set and I fell in love with it all over again. So I thought, why not try doing a different colour? So I thought I would do in purple, and it came out beautiful. And now that I've got more people watching me, maybe more of you guys will be able to see this one and you didn't get a chance to see the other one. So I thought I might film it again. I love how it came out. And this purple is so nice. Right now it looks fairly sheer and a bit, don't know why there's like little bubbles there or something. I think it's to do with the actual press on nail plastic thing, I think ish. But with the second coat it levels out beautifully, and it's kind of almost like the second coat is so much more creamier and it just applies so much better. So with these gel polishes I always do two coats. Some of them can be quite opaque, but I usually do two coats even if it's opaque and doesn't need it. Kind of just good practice to always do two. I have also placed an order for another nude, so hopefully in the next few videos you might still see me struggling getting the last little bits, but I have placed it. I believe I want to say I brought one or two. I hope I brought two. If not, I will go ahead and buy another one just because I do run out of it so quickly. It's just such a yeah, just my favourite. It's just so easy to pick it up, and it's a 15ml bottle, so they last me for absolutely ever. And even then, in my head it's like, oh, they'll last me forever, but actually no, they don't. They really don't if you really use them almost every day on your nail design. So yeah, that's why I got some more. If you are interested in buying some Cloud Beauty gel polishes, they are from AliExpress. I get all of my Cloud Beauty from AliExpress. I used to be able to pay about £1, maybe 80 for those, but since Brexit happened, and I don't know, you also have to pay taxes on AliExpress now for the UK people, I don't know, anywhere else in the world, they probably costs me about £2.50 now, maybe some £2.20 sometimes without tax. That's before tax get applied. But even then, even if you have to pay £3 for one, it's £3 for a 15ml bottle, and I don't think you can find any cheaper anywhere else. So and yeah, and also for the quality, I absolutely love the quality. Of course, if you're used to really good branded ones, they might not compare as well, but yeah, for a budget they clearly work perfectly, and I love them so much. So much. So of course, now that I applied the second layer, they are ready to be sugared. So in this set we've got two nails that are sugared. If you watch my channel, you probably know almost every video of mine has a sugar nail, and it's just an addiction now, absolutely massive addiction. So I decided to sugar the pinky and also the index finger, so the two purple nails there. And I like to sugar it on that wet layer of the gel polish that we just applied, that colored gel polish. And after applying the glitter on top of the nail, I am going to then pop the whole set into the lamp to cure the gel polish, and that way the gel polish is going to cure the glitter into place and it won't move and stay beautiful. So I'm just going to pop it back, pop it into the lamp, and here it's out now. So here I'm going in with my matte top coat because we are kind of halfway done with our nail design now. So I'll apply the matte top coat on the ring finger and also on the thumb. And the reason I'm not applying it on the middle finger is because we are going to do some purple, very delicate, easy purple nail design on that nail, and then we're also going to apply some stickers on that one as well. So that one needs to stay glossy for a little longer before we matte top coat it. Just going to apply that, and then once it goes into that, we can start working on our middle finger. And for that middle finger, I'm just popping that purple onto my little bag. I can't find my little plate that I always use, that little pink plate I always use for my gel polish. Don't know where I've put it, but at least this video shows that you don't need it. You don't have to spend your money on those little plates, where you can just use any container, any plastic, anything you kind of wish. Of course, for the video purposes, I would prefer that plate just because it looks a bit nicer, but never mind. And as you can see, I'm using my nail art brush, and I'm starting from one of the sides on the bottom. So you can pick which side you want, and then you want to drag your brush upwards diagonally until you meet the other end of the nail, if that makes sense. And then I'm colouring in that side, and off camera, I did go ahead and do a second coat of that. I don't want to bore you guys, so I did that off camera real quick. And at first when I was doing it, I was a bit worried because it almost felt like the purple was a bit too pale, and it felt like there wasn't too much contrast between the nude and the purple. But luckily later, when we apply some matte top coat and then we also go ahead and do some crystals on there, it does kind of nicely kind of separate the two colours, and there is this nice contrast. Here I'm showing you guys that I put a bit too much gel polish and it didn't cure properly, but nothing to worry because we're going to put a crystal there later, so you won't be able to see. So I decided to go in with a nail cleaner and I wipe the nail, because normally when I apply the stickers, when there's a tacky layer, the stickers don't want to kind of stick very well. So I like to wipe it off, and here I'm just faffing about with a piece of hair that got stuck under the butterfly. So I've got two sheets. I'm taking one butterfly from each just because I wanted two different looking butterflies. One is fairly purple, the other one is slightly on the pinkier side. One's bigger, one's smaller, and I'm just placing it on that nude side. And then once I'm happy, I'm going to apply the matte top coat on top of that nail. And luckily for me, that matte top coat actually covered up that little dip there as well on the side. And then on top of that, we're also going to pop a crystal on there, so you won't be able to tell. Nothing to worry, thankfully. So here are the nails now. So we're on the last step when it comes to the design, so we've just got to do the crystal placement. So we've got 3 nails with crystals. So with the thumb, I decided to just place 3 the same sized AB crystals right at the bottom on the right hand side, just next to each other in the line going upwards. I wonder if that actually has a name of any sorts. I'm not sure, but there we go. Almost like studs kind of idea. That's, I guess. So that's where that one's going. Now it's time for the butterfly finger, which is the middle finger. And here I decided to place the crystals going on the harsh line where the purple and the nude meets. So I'm just placing it there, and then I'm doing the same thing where I'm picking up the same crystals, same size and everything, and just following that line from the top to the bottom. And yeah, I mean, you could do all sorts. You could maybe start off with a bigger crystal in the middle, and then as you go away from the middle, you use smaller crystals. You can actually play about with this quite a lot, actually, I think. But I decided to keep it nice, sweet and simple, so I just decided to pick a small AB circular crystal and just place it down the line there. And then I think off camera I did go ahead and straighten it up a little bit, just because it's just so much harder for me to straighten it on camera. I need it right in my face to make sure I can check it at all angles, just to make sure it's straight. So I always have to do it off camera. Maybe one day when I work on my little setup and make it a bit more comfortable for myself, maybe that way I'll be able to actually include more things in the videos. Maybe even possibly start doing my own nails at some point. But until then, my setup is not that I'm most ideal. I have to kind of do my nails on the side, which can be a bit painful. So if you ever see me moving my hands a bit to the left, that's probably why, because I'm always on the left hand side. So you'll find that probably majority of the time my hands are a bit more to the left than in the middle. I do try my best. Sometimes I do zoom in and try and position it in the middle for when I do my editing, so you might not always be able to tell. But yeah, that is something that happens quite often. So now we're on our last nail of crystals. I am recreating the same crystals and everything that we did in the other set as well. I quite like this crystal placement on that nude nail. I don't know why, it's just my all-time favorite. Ever since I did it that one time, it's just been absolute go-to. So here are the 2 nails now, cured, ready to go. The thumb is also cured as well, I think anyways. Or I'm about to pop it in. I think I'm about to actually pop it in. So last step, popping it in, and here are the final results. So I hope you guys liked it. It's very simple, very delicate. If you end up recreating, don't forget to tag me, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!